guys, welcome to That Drive. Today we're taking a look at the Renault Kwid. Come with me and let's see what this car is about. Starting off with the front, I must say it's a major improvement from the previous model. In front you get your daytime running lights, below that you get your headlights. What I don't like about the headlights is that while the daytime running lights are in white, the headlights are halogen, so it doesn't look good at night when both of them are on. But yeah, budget car, what can you say? On the left hand side you get your 14-inch wheels with wheel cladding over the wheel arches. You also get cladding on the doors, and the back wheel arches also you get that black cladding. Try to give it that SUV look. Even when you look at it, it's a bit raised. What I don't like is the door. They're also in black, but they don't feel that strong. It's like it's gonna break if you open it while the car is locked, like your Golf 1 doors back in the day. But other than that, no lines, just simple smooth side profile. Then we move over to the back. Get your Kwid logo in case you forget that it's a Kwid, with your Renault badging. Get your number plates at the bottom, your standard headlights and reflectors, and that's it for the back. Now let's check out the inside. We're now in the inside of the Renault Kwid, and I must say, I love this steering wheel. It looks good. Doesn't feel good though, but it sure looks good. In case you didn't know, I know it doesn't look multifunctional, but it actually is. Listen to this. Is multifunctional ukuthi it has many functions on the steering wheel, or does multifunctional mean that it has one function many times? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyway, it's got a nice flat bottom. Since it's a budget car, we can't expect too much. There's no steering wheel adjustments, but again, it does look good. It does look good, looks premium. In fact, the whole dash looks nice. Got your stereo here. Apparently it's got Bluetooth, but I haven't been able to connect my phone on it. Then you have your air conditioning, your electric windows in the front. This is where you control them. There's emergency button. Then you have your central locking to lock all the doors. You've got your 5-speed gear shifter. There's a space here to store your stuff. I think this is for your cell phone here. You've got a 12-volt socket. Just the USB ports is on the radio. There's no USB ports in the front. As I said, this is the life version, the entry-level model. This side, you can see clearly, it's your door pins. There is some space there. Check my bottle. I've got a small bottle here. It fits nicely. I had a bigger bottle earlier on. It fits nicely, but it doesn't hold as good. And when I was going up a steep, the bottle just fell like that. So, but yeah, as I said, it's a budget car. Can't expect much. Then we have your glove box. Got a lot of space, nice and spacious there. In case you forget, got the Kwid logo there. As I said earlier, it's got 2 airbags and just 2 speakers. And then if you look right here, this is a switch to open the bonnet. You just pull it. Then we've got a somewhat digital instrument cluster. Looks like the new BMW 1 Series cluster. So there is not much information you can toggle through. It's got digital dials for your speedo, and then for your rev counter it shows, it builds up as you saw in the startup. It looks nice, but what I don't like about it is the fuel gauge and the coolant temperature gauge always stay on, and then they only flash when there's an emergency, like you have less petrol. They flash, and if you don't have coolants, they flash. So I didn't know that when I first got in the car. I was like, hey, coolant temperature light is on, there's no water. So I went to check the coolants, and hold and behold, the ace coolant's in the car. And then later on I realized which I will thing only stays on. So that's what I didn't like about that. But other than that, as I said, it's a budget car, can't expect much. But this looks fine. You can toggle through the info. Not much you can see, just your average fuel consumption, your trip counts, and then your kilometers. That's all you can see, and how far you can go until you get to the fuel, till you get out of fuel, run out of fuel. Hey, excuse. Yeah, so that's the information you get. You can set your clock and whatnot and whatnot. So that's your instrument cluster. If you go down here, we have your boot opening button and your petrol cap button. So you can open it with those two switches, which is very convenient. So you don't have to take out the key and give it to the petrol attendants. So those guys who pull petrol, they just drive off. So this is a good car for you, so that you could just open the petrol cap there. And that's it for the interior. I have to say, it, as I said earlier on, it looks good, but it doesn't feel good. Scratchy down here, scratchy down here, scratchy on the door. But can't expect much from an entry-level budget car. But as I said, it's a big step up from the previous interior that I had on the Kwid. This looks good. This looks good for a budget car. It's decent. It's decent. Moving over to the back seat. This is a bench rear seat, so there's no splits on the rear seats. In terms of comfortability, you sit very raised in a 90-degree position. Will not be very comfortable in long trips, especially for adults. I think you can fit kids there. In terms of legroom, there is small legroom. This chair is in my sitting position. It's okay. Then if you move over to the middle, there is a flat floor, so someone can sit in the middle, but won't be that comfortable. So I don't think you can fit 3 adults in the back of this car, but it's nice that you have that flat floor at the back. Again, it's an entry-level car. There's no air vents for the back seats, no USB ports on this entry-level model, but you do get it on the Zen and the Climber models. Now let's do the window test to see if the window rolls all the way down. Again, in the back seat you get manual windows, so we are as you can see, it doesn't go all the way down. That's a pity for all the kids that still like to look out the window. Next, let's check out the boots. Opening up the boots, we have a total of 272 liters of boot space, which is decent at this price range. You have a parcel shelf, again budget car, no tie hooks, no shopping bag hooks. You do get a biscuit sized bay under the boot. And in the emergency kits, you can also put down the chairs to get more boot space. Before I tell you how this car drives, let's go over the specs. So all Kwid models are powered by a 1-liter naturally aspirated engine with a whopping 50 kilowatts and 91 newton meters. It's available in manual or 4-speed automatic transmission. So how does it drive? To summarize the drive, let me use an analogy. It's like, let's say anytime that you ask out for months and you can tell she loves you, but if you let's overtake this truck now. To overtake or not to overtake, and then you eventually give up. If you got that, then you can just subscribe and close the video. For the rest of us, the drive is okay for point A to point B. I would not recommend it for long distances, especially with passengers. You can actually feel them slowing the car down because of the low torque figure. You won't be breaking any speed records, and don't even try to. Keep it here, 60, 80, 100. Because if you go over that, just remember that there's only 2 front airbags, and there's a high chance if something goes sideways, so anyway, I haven't tested the AMT, but the manual gearbox is okay. But the first gear is just to get the car moving. You can't go far with it before it starts asking for the next gear. And then in terms of fuel consumption, it's very good. It's one of the good things about the car. I averaged 18.6 kilometers per liter, which converts to about 5.3 liters per 100 kilometer. Renault rated at 4.7 for manual and 4.4 in the auto, which I think if you're just driving and if it's just you driving and there's no passengers, I'm pretty sure you can get those figures or slightly higher. Then in terms of price, the entry-level Life comes in at 188,999 Rand. The Zen manual comes in at 198,999. The Zen automatic AMT starts at 208,999 Rand. Then the top of the range climber comes in at 209,999 Rand for the manual and 219,999 for the automatic manual transmission. All Kwid models come with the 2-year 30,000 kilometer service plan and the 5-year 150,000 kilometer and the 6-year anti-corrosion warranty. For me, I think the sweet spot would be the Zen model, just for the touchscreen multimedia system with reverse camera, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, not forgetting the rear power windows, parts in their book gym. So, if you take the Zen model's price with an interest rate at prime, which is currently at 11.5%, you're gonna expect to pay an installment of around 4,648 Rand per month for 60 months, and a full tank of petrol will cost just 630 Rand at the current fuel price. In terms of insurance, you get 1 year free insurance with Renault, but after that you should expect to pay plus minus 1,200 Rand. That again is profile dependent. In total, the cost of ownership is 6,478. In conclusion, the Renault Kwid is a good car for point A to B in the city. Again, would not recommend for families because of the 2 airbags, but all in all, it's an okay budget car. So if you're looking for something good looking and cheap, this is one of the cars to consider. Let me know in the comments below if you are in this price bracket, looking for something in this price bracket. Would you be looking at the Renault Kwid, or would you looking at something else, maybe second hand? Let me know what you think in the comments down below.